When talking about gaming, you may hear the term shovelware. Shovelware basically refers to any game that was made by a team of people who either didn't know how or didn't have the time or resources to make a proper game, and therefore pretty much put out trash for a quick buck. They usually, at least from the ones I have seen, fall into the category of kart racers, sports simulation, or party games. This is by no coincidence, considering that the height of shovelware was during the Wii era, where every other person was buying video games and owned a Wii. Obviously they're kart racers, sports simulation, and party games because those were the most popular games on the Wii. What do you expect? Now, you may expect a game called Golf with Your Friends to fall into the category of shovelware. I certainly did when I first saw it. But nonetheless, me and two of my friends were bored sitting in a Skype one day and wanted to get a new game on Steam. So we bought Golf with Friends for $8 each. Little did I know at the time, those $8 would introduce me to one of the most fun games I have ever played. No, I'm not joking. So, as you may have expected, Golf with Your Friends' basic gameplay is pretty simple. It's golf. You try and get the ball in the hole in as little strokes as possible. Wait. You may be wondering how this is implemented in a video game. Surprisingly, it's actually really well done. It goes for a lot of things in this game, actually. Essentially, you have a power meter. Depending on how high you crank said meter, your ball will be hit with more power. On top of that, you can also angle the ball's trajectory, and this makes for two possible outcomes. Either you're actually trying, and it then makes for a very interesting game of trying to organize the right amount of power and the right trajectory to get the ball in the hole in as little strokes as possible, you know, the goal of the game. Or you can do what me and my friends like to do and just screw around as much as you want. The power system allows for you to do some absolutely absurd things, but the level design also allows you to get some really good shortcuts. So instead of going for the optimal route, you can literally just try to do as much wacky, insane stuff as possible that may actually end up paying off. It's super fun. Other than that, the different courses are actually really well designed. They have basic platformer elements in them, at least in terms of their level design, of introducing a gimmick early on the stage and then building on it throughout the course's 18 holes, which then leads to each course feeling unique and fun in its own different way. On top of that, there are more courses being added periodically. In fact, this game gets a surprising amount of updates, at least I think it does. So almost every time you come back, you have a new thing to look forward to. It's just good. It's good. Oh, and speaking of set courses, they can get absolutely bonkers sometimes. You can be playing golf in the middle of a war zone, you could be at a candy land in a haunted mansion. It's just great variety. Variety in golf courses. This game gets even more ridiculous when you realize all this stuff is for a game around golf. But the different stages isn't all. On top of that, you have different game modes. There are different game modes in a golf game. I didn't even know about this until I actually started looking into it for the sake of this video. And there's a lot of different stuff you can change. Heck, you can make your own custom game mode using a lot of different variables. The only one I've actually tried is one where you randomly switch your ball after each hole. It can switch from egg to an acorn to a hockey puck to even more. It's insane, and it just adds to the, well, overall absolute insanity of this game. And overall, I think that's what I love about this game so much. It's so much dedication and insanity put into a game about golf, which then makes it even more insane because you realize it's golf. It's this weird mix of ironically and unironically enjoyable that I can't help but love. Heck, this game has a level editor. I mean, I have no idea how to use it, but it sure looks like it has a lot of different options. You can customize your golf ball. You can give your golf ball hats. You can probably tell that I'm struggling to keep my laughter in recording this video. This is actually probably the most lively I've been in a video. Neat. All that said, it's not like I'm calling Golf with Your Friends some kind of timeless classic. It obviously has its flaws. It's not really fun on your own, as the name suggests, and it's not really a game that you can play for very long without getting bored of it, at least not in my opinion. But every time I hop on this game with friends, we have so much fun just screwing around and see what kind of insane stuff can happen. One level has jetpacks! You can play a game where you can put a jetpack on a golf ball. Okay, I think I'm hyping up this game so much. I'm just excited about it because I replayed it recently. I remembered how fun it was. But I still love it, regardless of my recency bias. Final verdict, 8 out of 10. From here on out, my goal is to actually upload weekly. I know it may have seemed that way before, but that Dragon Ball video took so long to make that it kind of threw off my schedule. Starting with December, I'm going to try and upload one video for every week of December, and then hopefully in January, and then hopefully that can just become consistent. That's all. See you guys next time.